Hey guys, welcome to my little video. I am going to be setting up my bullet journal for November, but first I am going to do a tiny haul because I've been out shopping, and as you can see, I clearly can't buy pens in uneven numbers anymore because I'm a mother of twins, and apparently this happens. I also can't buy milk in quantities of 1 anymore, or 3, or like 7. I have to buy like 2 or 4 or 6 of it, but that's my own little level of crazy. Let's get to these pens. So I got 4 of the Marvy Japan, I hope that's how you say it, Marvy, the Le Pen felt tip pens. And they have these really small, I'm sorry, that was off camera, really small felt tips. And I really love them for writing with. They're really, really smooth. And my absolute favorite pens, if you followed me for a while, you might have noticed that, is the Sakura Pigma Micron, and I have gotten some more of the 005 ones because I had a red one and a black one, and now I have one in purple, one in pink, one in blue, and one in orange because I really like them. I like the really, really, really thin line to make. It's a 0.20 millimeter line, to be exact, and I really like these, and I like them this thin when I write in my Hobonichi weeks. They are so nice for that kind of paper. And then I got some more colors of the Sigma, I think it's Sigma brush pens. I think they're Pentel Sigma brush pens. They have this like semi-hard brush tip, like really thin, if you can see that brush tip, and I got them in a dark blue, or a blue black it's called, and I got the red one, and I got the sky blue, and I don't see the name of this color, but it's a purple one, like a darker purple one. And I have the light gray and the one that's called burgundy. It's not very burgundy, it's more like a fuchsia or something like that, but from previously. But I really love them, and I love them for like hand lettering and stuff in my journals and things, so I got some more colors of them. And I really love the red. It's a really nice red. And I don't think I'll swatch them, but you will be seeing them like in use. Most of them I will be using when I set up my bullet journal for the month, so you'll probably be seeing them again. And I might post a swatch on Instagram if I remember to. Then I got this pen holder, this elastic pen holder with slot for 3 pens. At Clas Ohlson, which is also like a Scandinavian chain of stores that have like everything from plumbing to writing utensils and some arts and crafts things. It like covers for your phone and whatever. You can probably find a version of it there. And they had this pen thing, and I have a big one for my A5 that I got a few years ago from an independent design store, but I love that this one, at least now when it's new, fits my Hobonichi Weeks cover, at least when it holds different inserts, because as if you saw my last, like my October bullet journal video, then you've seen that my bullet journal insert for October is in here, and I have this little like monthly insert down here, and then my Hobonichi Weeks, and I have some stuff in my pockets and everything. So yeah, I got that to fit around there. If I will use it is another question, but at least I have it now. So, and I really like the one I have. that I used with my Filofax before, my A5 Filofax, but it's too stretched out for the weeks. And then I got these water brushes from what's the brand, Campus, and I just got them in like varying thicknesses because I really like having them in my pencil case when I'm on the go, like for travel and things, so I can do watercoloring in my bullet journal or in my Hobonichi weeks and whatever. So I got that because I've been needing a couple different sizes, because I got the cheap ones before and they work great, but they are just like a standard size, so I needed more sizes. And this one I got at a shop called Outland, and it's a brand, I think it's made for, I just have to shake it up a bit, it's made for like when you're painting figurines and that kind of thing, like for when you like action figures and that kind of thing. I'm explaining this really badly, but you know, those kind of like board games, or the kind of build your own airplanes, model airplanes and that kind of thing, like just making tiny models of stuff, and you paint. This is that kind of paint. It is, what's it called, water-based acrylic paint, and it's like a metallic color changing, or it's not like color changing, but it's different pigments mixed in, so when you paint with it you get like a color changing sort of effect. And I had to get one bottle of this to try, and I'm gonna see if I can use this, but it's meant to be over a black base layer, like black undercoat. So I was thinking I'm gonna try this on either coloring in an area with my Posca paint marker first and then taking this one over it, or maybe use one of those black rounds I show that I got. These ones I got them from Søstrene Grenes, which is a Danish chain of just stores, like it resembles like dollar stores and that kind of thing. They've got like everything, like tiny things and furniture and whatever at affordable prices, and they've got like knickknacks and that kind of thing. And they had this round drawing pad, like just like black sketch paper, like the Sakura black sketchbook, that kind of paper. And I like that it was round, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try that. And then I got this pad of just like tear off note blocks that I figured was really cute, and I liked that it had the dot grid and the like square grid and just like, yeah, different colors and everything, and you can use them individually. As you can see, I've already used one for some notes on the go, and or you can use them as like a strip like this, but they are perforated down the middle and at the top. So, but I like that it was versatile and that you can have it on your desk and whatever, and I like that I can get like small squares to use in my planner. And then I got these ones. They are packs of 4 sheets of decoupage paper, and I just got a couple of Christmassy ones. I really like these ones, the gold foiled pine cones and pine needles over here. And I think that was the entire haul. Okay, so now we're getting into the actual setup part of this video. If you watched some of my other videos, you know that I am usually in more closer to an A5 size traveler's notebook for my bullet journaling, and this one is actually my book for the year. I don't think I've shown you that, but I won't in this video either. I will probably do a separate one for that because there's info in it I'm not entirely comfortable sharing, so I'll have to go through with post-its and everything before I show that to anyone. But if you watched my October setup video, you've probably seen that I've been trying out a new size, which is this insert here that I've been using for October. And I really like that it fit into my Hobonichi Weeks cover. This is my Hobonichi Weeks. And I think I'm going to continue this for December because having it all in one cover was kind of nice and portable. So I'm going to try it on for size for a couple more months until the end of the year. And then I will have to decide what I'm going with for next year. And this one is actually the insert that came with my pink Traveler's Notebook cover, the one you just saw. So it's just generic, just some white page booklet with only a few pages, but I don't think I will need that many pages. I don't want to start a booklet with like a lot of pages for the year, because, or for the last 2 months of the year, because then I will have a lot of pages left over, and I don't need that much in here because I have my weekly I have my overall weekly like planning in my weeks, and then I am using this one for my daily journaling for the next 2 months. This is just a cute book that came in a pack of 3 from Paper Chase, and it's got these really nice pages, just pink blush nice pages, but they do have a bit of a longer drying time and are not very, like my uni poscas and my jelly rolls work perfectly on this because it's treated with something, but as you can see, like inks and things bleed through. But other than that, I really like that, so that's my substitute for my Stalogy. And you might recognize that this is my Christmas planner that I set up back in, I don't remember, August or September or whatever, but I have added some pages in here, which I bought a lot of minis, so I gutted one of those for November and December, and I've also got January further back here, and I put it on these mini discs that came with that mini, just so it would fit in this cover, because this is my B6 term cover for my that I usually use for my Stalogy, but I needed to take this planner with me for my last work trip, and I'm not in my Stalogy at the moment because I've filled it and didn't want to start a new one because I want to do them by year, so I didn't want to like start one and then have like half of it left at the beginning of the year. So I just put this in here for now, which is my like list and everything, and I'm going to use like these pages, and then I'm going to use these pages to break things up, like tasks and things and like fun stuff we do, like, so it's gonna be both highlights and things we do and are going to do, like when things have to get done and that kind of thing. And I'm also going to make like a list type view of the month in here that which is what I usually do. So there's gonna be like, I'm gonna be in a bullet journal, this planner, and then of course this planner for my like on the go and everything, like for my Christmas planning and everything. So I didn't want, like, I don't need the booklet that I'm using to be that big, so I'm gonna fit both November and December in this one. So I chose a skinny one, and as you can see, it does bleed a little and it ghosts a lot. I don't really mind the ghosting, but the bleeding is a little bit annoying, so I'm not gonna be using like I'm not going to be using like ink heavy or very wet ink or dark ink type of markers and pens in here. So no fountain pens. This is definitely not a fountain pen friendly one, but I get to use my fountain pens in my weeks, so I'm good anyway. And now I think I'm gonna just stop talking and start setting this up. And I am, as usual, going to speed up this middle part, because otherwise the video is going to be very long. And I usually, for some reason, I keep doing like a lot of coloring and things, and I don't really have a plan exactly for what I'm gonna do in here, so it's gonna be like a lot of trial and error. I've just pulled some pieces and made some, just some arc washi strips and things, and just, yeah, pulled together some things that I might want to use, might not use. I'll see how I wind up with this. So I'll see you, or talk to you at the flip at the end. If you're not really interested in the process of watching me actually put the thing together, you can just skip to the end. If you're here for the process, then I hope you enjoy. Okay guys, we are finally ready to flip this thing. As you probably noticed, things like my desk and everything has changed around a lot, and the lighting and just everything's been changing because I had to film most of this on a different day. And I am actually filming this at night. And it's been almost a week since I started making this video, so instead of being on time, I am now behind. But yeah, my kids got sick, I got sick, everyone's getting better now, but yeah. It was a week, y'all. It was a week. And this is the cover page for November. I decided to go straight to the cover page because the bucket list I mentioned, I'm going to make that in my book for the year instead of in this booklet, because I have a couple of other bucket lists and things in there. So I kind of felt like that belonged in there. And also I needed the room in here for a couple other pages and trackers I'm gonna use. So I just tipped in this vellum. I've had it for I don't know how long. This was a piece of scrap that I had left, so I just cut it to fit, and I have a tiny little piece left. So I can't tell you where that's from. Then I used a couple stickers from my shop, just this monthly tracker. And I will be like, I see now that I've forgotten to put the dates and everything. I will be doing that off camera because, to be honest, I just have to get this finished so I can start using it. And I just used a brush, like this kind of makeup brush-ish thing that I ordered online from AliExpress because I've seen people use them and I wanted to check it out, and I'm really happy with the result. And just some generic stamps, like stamping pads, and then I used this stamp from søstrene grenes to just make some trees and everything. And then I used this, which is a paint that I got from Outland, and it's usually used for, or it's sold for use for like making miniatures, for games and that kind of thing, or building like model airplanes, that kind of thing, that kind of paint. But it's a water-based acrylic paint, and it's supposed to be used on a black background, so I used some black paper and stuck it in here, and it is really showing up the green, but in different lighting it also shows like the pink, because you can see it goes from green to blue and a really pink purple at the end. So you really do get the whole play of color, even if you don't really see it in this video. And I really love that. And this is just a happy planner sticker from one of my sticker books. If you're interested which sticker book it came from, I have flipped and hauled them all in another video on my channel. And then we get to my meal planning page. These are all stickers from my shop. And I just glued in this piece of paper because a lot of this ink was showing through a lot. So, because as I mentioned, the paper is very thin, so it ghosted a lot and bled through a lot. So I glued in just some paper from a paper pad I had. This is just some thin strips of washi and just some grid paper that I cut down to size. And it's going to be my habit tracker, and for the same reason as before, I just glued it in because it's going to ghost from one page or the other. So I figured if I glue in this, then I can just tick everything off on here and I get the grid without having to draw it all up, which I usually do. So win-win situation kinda. And then I did some more of just the stamping ink over there, and I drew a moon, and I am going to put a quote here about sleep, but I don't remember what it was, so I'm gonna have to look it up and put it on off camera. So if you want to check that out, look on my Instagram. And then I used the grid from the grid paper on the other side to just decide where I wanted all my lines to go for my sleep tracker. So I'll be filling this out during the month. And I really loved how this mountain tape, like washi, mountain washi, came in a pack of, I don't know how many different things it was. It's this one. It's from AliExpress. I'll see if I can link it. I'm sorry if I can't, but it's just a pack of multiple like thin tapes, and apparently that one has mountains on it. And I used stickers from this sticker pack from Panduro. I've also hauled that, and I've also used a lot of those stickers in my Christmas planner video, which is also on here somewhere. And I just made a self-care bingo, and I'll be filling this one out as well, but I'll be doing a lot of the filling in like my habits and this off camera, because my daughter has had a fever for a few days, and to be honest, I barely have my hands free. That's why I'm filming this at night while she's supposed to be asleep, but I can hear her mumbling to her dad, so I've got to go to bed in a minute. These are just some more happy planner stickers. I don't know if you can see, but I put a couple of just the tiny snowflakey ones there. And I think I don't know if I'll be drawing stars or whatever when I finish putting on the quote. We'll see. These are just some stickers from the same sticker pack I showed you. And then we get to my weekly spreads. And I went with this kind of spread because then I can have like specific things on here, and then the remember and the to-dos will be for both weeks. And then I used some tiny Hobonichi week size just habit trackers for like weekly specific things, because we're getting into November and we're going to have to remember things like turning on the car before we have to leave in the morning, so it's not like completely iced over, and yeah, that kind of thing, just winter type things. So I'm gonna put them in the week pages instead of in my monthly habit tracker, because that's more like specific to me, but these will be like more specific. Like I don't want to put it as a to-do on every single day, but it has to be done almost every day, so yeah, I'll use the tracker for that. Then I used the reindeer and a pine cone from the same sticker pack, and these are just from the same kits as I've had in my shop for a while. And this color here really bled through on some of the pages. Not so bad on this one, really bad on the first one, because I had to use a lighter hand, I figured. So I switched up the colors for this next one, and I really liked this one. The color is, let me see if I can find it, it's a Tombow. It's the N60. Tombow. And yeah, and I have skipped the social media page because this booklet will be for both November and December, so I'm going to just stick that in at the back here, I figured. Yeah, I'm gonna do that like a dual month thing, because it's more of a like loose plan than anything. It's not like much tracking and numbers and anything like that kind of, really, because let's be honest, my social media isn't big enough to require tracking numbers a lot and everything yet. And then on these pages I'll be setting up for planning my little girl's birthday, but I will be setting that up a little bit later into the month. And then I am leaving a couple of notes pages before I get into December, I'm sorry. So my World Today page, I decided to pre-make on this one, so that when I see how many pages I'm gonna need for the rest of November, I can either glue this onto a page, or if I see that I need them all, then I can tip it in so it's a page on its own, like this, and maybe even utilize it for December's front page. We'll see how much space I need. So I'm going to stick it in here for now. And that's it, you guys. I am going to put it into my cover if it fits. I'm kidding, it fits. This one doesn't necessarily need to stay in here, so, but I can fit it in here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry this was so rambly at the end, and probably a bit rambly at the beginning. To be honest, this is my life right now. Everything is a bit rambly and scrambly, and it's November, and it's cold, and it's snowing, and yeah, like you heard, we have to start the car earlier in the morning to warm it up before we go, and that kind of thing. So life got hectic, and it's going to stay that way until at least after Christmas, I'm pretty sure. But I will try to get some content and videos and things out for you guys, so I hope you take the time to stick around if videos about planning and my hectic life is your kind of thing. I do a lot of different things on this channel, so maybe something else will catch your fancy. Thank you so much for spending your precious time with me, and I'll see you in another video. Goodbye!